Hello folks. Well, finding my old Night Vapor barely breathing, I thought at first it was the batteries, but when I changed out the motor, it was like a breath of fresh air for the old bird. It was also one of the easiest motor changes I ever made. This is how I did it, and with a simple light mod too. Okay, the first thing you want to do is unplug the motor power wires, which is this tiny little plug right here. It unplugs very easily, just like that. Note that the red wire is on the left side as you're facing forward. So that's really easy. Okay, next we want to remove the motor. Okay, removing the motor is very easy. All you have to do is push on this gear on the front and it will push out, and you want to just kind of slightly bend it to the side and it pops right out, just like that. So there's your motor. So now we grab the new motor, put that in, just as easy. Bring it around to the side like this. Twist it just slightly. Push it in. The motor was running and the gear was sliding back, and the gear would become unmeshed. And of course it would land. So the way I do it is just, I'm going to put this back in so that the gear is meshed right here. By the way, you can unscrew this prop in gear if you have to change it. This little piece of plastic is a nut and there's a washer behind it, so you want to make sure that's all spinning good. And since it pulls slightly forward, the gear has to stay totally meshed. So you want to get this motor lined up with a little forward pressure on it like that. Okay, instead of using foam tack, which would take a little longer to do, I use the super glue, because super glue is brittle. So if you have to change the motor again, all you have to do is twist the motor and it will instantly break free. So just to tighten it up, I'm going to put one little drop right there and hit it with the accelerator. And that will be plenty to hold that motor in. You want to make sure you don't get any glue on anything. What could go wrong? That's why I use the thicker stuff. Okay, the next thing we want to do is just simply put the plug back in. Again, remember, red is on the left. Use a pair of tweezers and push that right in just like that, and we're all set. Okay, let's test it. Go ahead and plug the motor in, and it's all bound up. Servos are working. Try the throttle. Perfect. Let's go fly it.
Such a nice night out here tonight. Look at that sky. Let's fly it. Yeah, that's a great little airplane, isn't it? The Night Vapor.
Well, it's really flying great, but I don't like the blinking colored lights on the rear wing or the 3 bright lights on the front. Especially when it gets so dark you can only see the lights and not the plane. So I'm going to change that. Red is always on the left and green is always on the right. And all those spectacular lights blinking all over the place and strobes that disappear every 5 seconds and then come back on can be really pretty for the spectator, but for the pilot to stay oriented, it's nice to have a left light which always shows that's the left wing. And of course on the back of the Vapor, they have the lights in the right direction. They have a green over here, which is blinking, and a red over here. And that's all well and good, but to put it on the front, I'm just going to use a piece of tape and cover these two lights right here, and I will have a reference that's easy to follow in the dark. So let's go ahead and put that on and see how it looks. We've got a green light over here and a red light over here. That was real easy to change at, and sometimes I would just take this white light and blank that out too with a piece of black tape, but because it's kind of blinding. Okay folks, I'm going to fly inside here today. It's too windy outside tonight, so I'm going to show you how it flies while I can still see the walls without hitting them, and we're going to shut the lights out. I put red and green tape on the leading edge of the wing and made those more conventional. Red is always the left wing, so that's how I stay track of it in pitch dark. I put a piece of black tape over the white light on the front here, which was kind of blinding, and also black tape on the trailing edge to get rid of those blinking lights. And I've tried to dull that light, that blue light on the receiver, which is kind of bright. I might put black paint on it to make it work better. So let's give it a shot, see how it goes in the daylight here, and then I'll turn the lights out. Here we go. Alright, let's shut the lights out, see what happens. So there you go folks. If you like what I did, maybe you can do that to your Vapor. Breathe a little new life into it, change the motor, and you might like to change those lights so you can see it a little. If you're going to fly it in the pitch dark, that's the way you got to do it. So thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure to check that little box that says be notified when I make a new video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. This is Nightflyyer, signing off.